If you're looking to enhance your graphic design using AI, then you should check out Kittl, who have just had a massive upgrade to their AI tools. They've added Nano Banana, which everyone has been raving about lately for image editing, but also they've added ChatGPT in a chat interface, so you can now have more simplicity and control when creating with Kittl. But let's dive in and check it out, but I also want to mention that Kittl is sponsoring this video, and there's a link in the description. Before we dive too deep into all these features, let's actually take a look at what's available to us and how we can start generating images with Nano Banana. So first of all, we can come down here to the Kittl AI section, and this is where we can generate our images. And you'll see under ideogram here, or whatever style pops up, there is a drop down, and the amount of models they've managed to add in the last 6 months has been pretty mind-blowing. You can see they've got ChatGPT in here, which they've actually had for a little while, but they also now have Nano Banana. And Nano Banana is much quicker and much cheaper than these other models, yet produces better images in my opinion. So if I select Nano Banana, I can come up and type in a simple prompt, something like, I have a photograph of a graphic designer showcasing a logo she designed to a client during a meeting. Bright, creative color palette. So we have a few options here. Styles doesn't actually apply to this model. We can change the aspect ratio. We can keep the generation private, or even choose how many images we want to generate. I'm going to go with 2. And I'm going to generate based off that prompt by clicking Generate Image. And now you can see the 2 images it's generated. What's really impressive about this is the simple fact that it not only has it followed the prompt and kept the colors and the brightness there, but if you take a close look at the details, for one, it's actually created a name and kept the text relatively consistent. It's even designed a logo from basically nothing. And even over here, the same thing, the pattern on the shirt. One thing about Nano Banana that is, I think, the best thing about it compared to all of the other AI models I've worked with is that the details are extremely consistent right down to the lowest, smallest, tiniest level. But even as you compare it to ChatGPT, it's a little less inventive. It just sort of says logo and has a bit of a circle. It's not quite as intelligent with the visuals as Nano Banana. It looks mostly real. There's a little bit of a plasticky look to it, plus that yellow tinge it's known for. And then moving on to Flux, it says Luz got, once again, that intelligence and that attention to detail, it's just not there like it is in Nano Banana. And even ideogram, it just put the word logo on there, although it did design a little bit of something. But there's also some pretty good details here with ideogram. But again, Nano Banana just seems to produce the best images compared against all these other models. But we can also edit these images using Nano Banana. But before I get into that, I want to stick with the image generation, because what we have down here on the left is a new chat window where we can create images using chat. So if we're not great at crafting prompts, we can actually use ChatGPT to create an image, and then we can even use Nano Banana to edit that image. I mean, for one, we have a few different sort of starting points here. So if I click retro album cover, it will add a prompt in there for me, and I can kind of send that off. But also I can simply just say, can you create an album cover for a band called Death Banana in a heavy metal / retro vaporwave mix style? So I'm trying to challenge it a little bit, but also I'm just simply asking in plain English, so I don't have to worry about typing up a crazy prompt. I click send, and now we have our album cover here. So what I can do now, I can come back and ask for changes within the chat, and it will use ChatGPT, not Nano Banana, but I can also come down here, it says laser cannons. So let's just try that to see, change the guitars to laser cannons. Let's just see what that does. And now we have an updated design with laser cannons. But on top of that, I can also say, can you mute the color palette a bit with some slight purples and pinks, but make the yellow in the banana bright and eye-grabbing. So we're going to change the color palette of this particular image. I click send. And now our color palette has been a little refined. The aspect ratio has changed, but we can also say something like, I can say change the aspect ratio to 1:1, although since we're watching a video, I'm going to say 16:9, hit send, and it's changed that aspect ratio. However, it's important to note that it wasn't actually 16:9, it was a little bit of a different aspect ratio coming out of chat, but we can always use reframe or one of the tools in Kittl to fix that. And now, if I want to use this in our design, I can click the plus image, and it will pop it onto the canvas over here on the right. And once I'm done with that, I can also come up to the plus symbol up here to start a completely new chat and wipe out everything we have here so we can start fresh. And so far, you can see how we're able to not only produce better images by switching to Nano Banana, getting those details nice and refined, But if we don't really have the experience to prompt really detailed prompts, we can just simply use the chat window and ask for what it is that we want to see. And we don't have to stop there. We can also move on to editing these images using flows. Now back to our Death Banana album cover. What I can do is if I decided I wanted to edit this a little bit, maybe I wanted to enhance it or just kind of change the aesthetic slightly but keep it more or less the same, I can click on the artboard up here and I can click on this arrow and that will actually add a smartboard. Or because I have the artboard selected, I can click add smartboard here on the right. I'm going to do that. And now we have a smartboard. If I zoom out, you'll notice we have our album cover here and then this blank smartboard. If I click on that, we have our ability to change our flows. You can see the image here referencing that smartboard. And under model, and we choose Nano Banana or ChatGPT. And notice how it has the least amount of points at 10 points, but it's also much faster than the other two. So I'm just going to come over here. I'm going to actually just ask to change things subtly by saying, make the skull banana look more realistic, enhance the details of the guitar, text, and background. Keep the general layout the same. So I hit generate. And now we have our second image. And notice how the details of the skull, there's a few more cracks in there, some of the finer details of the guitar. So we can actually use this as a way of enhancing images we've already created with other models that don't have the same attention to detail. So that is something to consider other than just simply making edits, is an overall, basically a reinterpretation of some of those little finer areas to enhance the quality. So now if I want to move on from there, because I have this second smartboard, I can continue to iterate down in this fashion using Nano Banana. I can click on this button here to add a new smartboard and just simply say, add the album design to a CD jewel case. Hit generate and check out how well it's kept the details of the album. If I move across, you notice everything is basically identical, even down to the CD itself. There's a little bit more extra text there, but the jewel case is on point. Even the reflection looks fantastic. So it's not exactly 100% perfect, but it is pretty good. Now, what I can do is, if I want to take a little bit more control over this, what I can do is add another smartboard, and I can say, close the CD case so we only see the front, hit generate, and now we have a simple front shot of the CD case. Now, where this also gets pretty cool is if I just zoom out, I'm going to start a new series of smartboards, and we're going to sort of work backwards and use this little step-by-step process onto something else. So I have my Death Banana artboard here. I'm going to add a new smartboard, but this time I'm going to actually say, can you change the text to Metal Banana and also enhance the detail of the banana, guitars, and background? I hit generate, and it's done a pretty good job of converting that to something a little bit different. So now I have Metal Banana and Death Banana. So what I'm going to do is click on this image and go convert to image. And now it has moved aside from this smartboard. I'm actually going to just click on this smartboard here and delete it. And rather than go through this whole process again, I'm going to select all four of these artboards, duplicate, move them down to here, and we have a copy. And I can come back to my original artboard, delete this image, add in our Metal Banana, and you'll notice it still has the original iterations here. What I can do is hold down Shift to select all three artboards, hit generate again, and notice how we've now got the same iterations for the Metal Banana CD cover. So that is how powerful this whole process is in regard to editing certain images. Now you can actually use Nano Banana to pull some of these elements apart. Like here I've asked for it to isolate and center the Metal Banana text onto a black background, and I'm able to extract it from that design. But in the same way, I've also been able to extract the banana skull and guitars onto its own separate image, but then I decided to go ahead and use some enhancement in order to improve some of the details of that image as well. But it doesn't just stop there, of course. I can take this image and convert it into an image, and then come up and upscale it using Kittl's AI Upscaler. And then when that's done, go over and remove the background using the Remove Background button to download a transparent PNG that I'm then able to use on pretty much any of my designs. But this also works for vector graphics as well. By taking that skull banana and creating a new smartboard, I can ask for it to recreate it as a simpler vector art image. And again, I remove the background, And then I use the vectorize option. I usually bring the colors right up. And once I vectorize that image, I can come up to export and save it as an SVG or even a PDF, which makes this workflow perfect for designing emblems and vector elements for shirts and other print-on-demand products. But speaking of print-on-demand, being able to take your design and add it onto a shirt with a simple prompt like this is actually very easy and very powerful. And I can even ask Nano Banana to change it into a man, or in this case, a man with bodybuilding proportions, angry face, and veins popping. But on top of that, if I come back to that same girl and ask it to put her on a beach dancing, it does a pretty good job with that as well. And of course, I can add in elements such as this UFO carrying a banana. So this is perfect for creating highly customized mock-ups to try and sell your products, or pretty much editing any image that you need something fixed with. Another really cool trick I tried was to create an artboard, pop 2 separate images on there, making sure one of the images doesn't interfere with the main one, and simply asking Nano Banana to take that second image and incorporate it into the first. So in this case, adding sunglasses to the girl, but then removing the image it came from. So using the artboard with those 2 images, I was able to combine these 2 elements successfully to get this image, which I think worked out pretty well. But moving on, I have this image here, which I wanted to demonstrate a few more photo edits to show you how powerful some smaller jobs are, or even just some different types of jobs using Nano Banana. So adding a parrot to his shoulder, everything's identical. We've been able to quite easily add a parrot. But if you want to remove something, such as remove the brick walls, we're then able to remove all the bricks, not just in the background around him, but behind the window. We also restyle it to look more like a Mario level. I love what it did with his eyes here. But the restyling is super powerful. So I have a Ukiyo-e woodblock print here, or I've asked it to change it to a Renaissance painting. It's changed his attire and everything here. And this means you can also change the character in general. So I have here, I changed him to a bald Shaolin monk in front of a Buddhist temple, and I use it as a basis for a completely new scene. Even just changing the background to a brickwork of a blazing fire, I can also add to that and flow on from there. So you're never stuck with just one step. The fact that with flows, you can easily go down and create more steps makes it a lot of fun to play with. Now, if you've actually been using flows for a little while, you can actually come back in and improve the quality of what you've generated. So we have this one here, which I've set up previously. If I zoom in, you'll notice that the logo here looks like this. But when I move to some of these other boards, there are some slight changes to here. Slight changes here. Everything has a slight change. So with this logo in particular, the GPT image model that was used for flows here is actually struggling a fair bit. So what I can do is click on a board, change this over to Nano Banana, and then go through and systematically do that with all the boards. And now if I decide to continue working on this, not only will it be quicker, it'll also be cheaper on my credits to regenerate it, and we'll probably get a better result. So now if I select all of the boards at once, generate again, we can now zoom in and compare all of these and see the consistency in the logo is far superior to what we had before. So this means you can go into your old flows and switch to Nano Banana to improve the outcome of what you've already created. But on top of that, if I've just logged in and I come down to templates, I head over to Creative Flows. We have all these flows templates that we can work with. So we have a text effect bundle. I hit Use Template. And I can go in and change any of these to say what I want, but for now, we'll leave them as they are. But if I click on the smartboard, you'll see it as ChatGPT. But notice how, if I zoom in up here, we have this font here, which has kind of like smooth corners, and the font slowly changes as we get down the line. So if I come in here, change to Nano Banana, I can then regenerate all of these as well, and get a different take on those logos. And I really like the way this one's turned out. Even if you look closely at the details of the texture, it actually does have readable text in there. And in some areas, it's not 100% perfect, but that's a really, really solid effect. However, if I come back to this one, maybe I don't like the look of this. I can change the font, but I can just simply generate again. And now I have a different outcome, which I think looks much cooler. And that's using some of the templates that are available within Kittl. So with that new chat feature, things are simpler, and with Nano Banana, we actually have more detail and more accuracy with what we're doing. So when it comes to Nano Banana, we're not necessarily adding a lot of functionality to Kittl, but we're just taking that existing functionality, the editing ability, and taking it to all new heights. So that's a really, really big step up and a big upgrade for Kittl. So I highly recommend you go and check that out. There's a link in the description. But otherwise, that's the video for today, guys. I hope you found it interesting and useful. If you did, please consider giving the video a like. Otherwise, hope to see you again soon. Have a great day, and thank you for watching.